For centuries, games of chance have been deeply entrenched in Thai culture. The fact that gambling in most forms is illegal in this country has resulted in the proliferation of underground gambling dens. According to the latest and academically recognized statistics on Thai gambling by leading economist Sangsit Piriyarangsan, around 1,200 to 1,500 illegal casinos were operating in the kingdom in 2001, and the amount of money involved was between 640 to 820 billion baht, involving approximately 4.19 million gamblers. These statistics are now a decade old. It would be reasonable to expect that the gambling statistics will have risen substantially in recent years. Between 2006 and 2010, gambling ranked as the third most common crime, representing 21% of all registered crimes. Despite penalties clearly outlined in the Gambling Act of 1935, the number of gambling cases in the trial, appeal and Supreme Courts remains sky high, which would suggest that the current punishments are ineffective penalties and do little at deterring those who gamble and those who offer gambling services. Even more troubling is the fact that the vicious cycle of gambling, getting punished and returning to gambling again, continues on and on.
ถ้าไปดูการลงโทษเกี่ยวกับกฎหมายการพนันมันเป็นลักษณะโทษ
If we look at punishments associated with the gambling law, we will see that they are light penalties with a paltry fine of 2,000 to 6,000 baht. Even jail terms are short. Convicts are imprisoned for no more than a matter of weeks or a couple of months. When their jail terms end, these people quickly return to gambling, and this vicious circle repeats. The next time they get caught again, they might even receive bail from gambling den owners and return to their routine again and again. Are we going to let this continue forever?
While gaming is illegal here, some Thai gamblers avoid being caught by simply visiting casinos in neighboring countries where casinos and gambling are legal. According to the 2001 statistics, 2.98 million Thai gamblers traveled to nearby countries, spending roughly 71 to 85 billion baht per year on betting. Fast forward to 2009 and over 12 million locals passed through border checkpoints, and experts believe 95% of them traveled to gamble. Although the amount of money spent is unclear, it is certain that the figure has increased considerably since 2001, as has the loss of potential tax revenues were gambling legal this side of those borders. While legalization of gambling in Thailand would allow the government to collect considerable additional revenues, experts are keen to remind the country that remedying social problems should be the prime reason for the state to legalize casinos, not just the influx of additional fiscal revenue.
I believe that England is a good model for Thailand. The British government collects very low taxes on gambling, as its primary reason to legalize casinos was to prevent European mafia, like those from France, from controlling illegal gambling dens in England and bribing the police. Therefore, the British government's decision to legalize gambling was for a social cause, rather than for additional fiscal revenues.
While legalizing casinos has its benefits, especially when the value of the huge gambling industry in Asia is expected to hit almost 80 billion US dollars or over 2.5 trillion baht in the next 3 years, underprepared legal structures and management frameworks mean that some experts believe that Thailand is not yet ready to handle the challenges that come with legalizing gambling.
I still believe that at the moment we should not legalize any casino, any gambling business, and we need to use the law enforcement to solve the problem. I still believe that at the moment, and for the two groups of people opponent between the one who support to have a legal casino or legal gambling business and the other who is not support. I think both of them can discuss about this based on the academic knowledge.
Debates on whether or not casinos should be made legal have gone on for years, and both sides of the argument have their own legitimacy. Proponents of legal gambling say that through well-managed casinos, the country will gain from additional revenues, which can then be spent on social causes such as rehabilitating gambling addicts and suppressing crime. On the contrary, opponents argue that gambling infringes on religious principles and that legalizing gambling will only increase the level of crimes and family breakdown, and that it is a clear form of regressive tax, as low-income people gamble the most. Simply put, there is no easy answer. The only way forward is more public debate.